It's a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hi there. Welcome back to the podcast show with Julie Cross. I wanted to talk about leadership today. Leadership's been really in focus in a big way with regards to the management of the bushfires, etc., from our leaders in our country, and a lot of chat around that and about what strong self-leadership is. And I think that we can bring that down to a business level as well and just have a discussion around that. And then, of course, that goes, you can break that down again into even to your own self-leadership and self-management. So let us look at what leadership is and the difference between leadership and management. When we talk management, I think that is much more the balancing of the books kind of work around owning a business or running a country, etc. So, you know, when you look at the role of a manager, there's book work to be done, there's goal setting, there's rosters, there's perhaps appointment management or client management, there's, you know, managing your diary, there might be paying bills, wastage control, all of those kinds of things, which I really see very much as a management side of things. And even in a self-management way, you know, managing our lives, we've got to do those very things. We've got to, you know, manage our children's school years, manage appointments with teachers. We've got to manage our own time and our own diaries with getting to work, paying our bills, managing our mortgages, our financial situation. But to me, that's all management. And so we've all got that to do and it needs to be done and we can sort of write a list and tick it off. But what is leadership around that then? And that's what I want to delve into because leadership's a little bit different. You know, because I think there's a lot of great managers out there, but perhaps not so many great leaders. So leadership is the inspirational. That's the heart side of it. The management is the head side of it, and leadership is the heart side of it. So if you look at this leadership in a business, it's about inspiring your team to buy into the vision and the mission of your business. And a leader of our country would have been inspiring the people to come along for the ride on what their policies are, inspiring them from a heart and an emotional point of view. Leadership is empowering individuals to know that they're not just working for you, but they are in fact working for and on themselves. So if you inspired your people to really understand that they don't work for you, you provide them a place where they can go to work and work on themselves. So let us make sure they're getting that message. Leadership is not just setting the goals for team members with an analytical process and then coming up with a monetary figure, but also showing them how it can be achieved and then instilling the belief in them that it is possible. That's strong leadership. You know, so often goals and targets, which are the destinations, are handed out without the map, the vehicle and the fuel to get there. As leaders, you've got to show them that they've got the map, they've got the vehicle, and you know, that inspiration is the fuel that you give them to get where they're going, to reach their goals. That's leadership. Leadership is inspiring a team to work together toward a common goal and support, applaud, and coach each other in the process. That's strong leadership. Leadership is being able to reprimand and reward to maintain performance and motivation. So, you know, every now and again, people are going to have to be called on something, called into line, reprimanded. Because, you know, where they've set their destination to, their behaviour, their action isn't going to get them there. So as leaders, we need to redirect them and correct some of their behaviour. So that requires some reprimand, coaching kind of moments. So leadership is coaching individuals and then the whole team to success. Leadership is making team members accountable with questions like, once they've, you know, after attending a performance or a training event, what did you get from that event and what can I see to expect to see you do differently as a result of going? With that latest training that we've done, what can I expect to see you do differently? You're calling them to be accountable. That's leadership. That goes way beyond management. So management's important, but leadership is what really makes a difference. And so taking it again internally, management's really important. It's important that we, you know, manage our time and pay our bills and do all of that in our personal life. and watch our diet. But the inspiration, the leadership, is all that self-talk that you do around it. And that comes from the emotion of knowing that you're worth the walk. You know, we've talked about that so many times, that you can manage yourself and do all the research, and from an analytical head point of view, know that exercise is good for you. But it's the inspiration and self-leadership, the talk that you give yourself about loving yourself enough, and that energy around that is the strong self-leadership about getting yourself out of bed to go for the walk. And so let us be very aware of that and make sure that we're not just managing our people or managing ourselves, but we're leading. We're leading and showing this strong inspirational leadership. And we've touched on before about the sporting team analogy, the role of a coach. And I think that as leaders in a business, we can learn so much from that. The role of a coach. And we know that when a team isn't performing well, that they don't fire the team, they sack the coach. They start at the top with the leader because they understand the impact of strong leadership. They understand that that's where the culture filters down from, and it has to start from the top, the leader. And so if you own a business or you're a manager, then that's you. And then you can get further lessons from that, a way that a coach brings his team together before the game, before your week starts. Are you getting your team together? Whether that's through a Facebook group, if you can't physically get them together, whether that's through a WhatsApp group, a LinkedIn group, have you got your own personal group where you get your team together, where you talk about what victory means to you this week, what goals have to be kicked, what points have to be scored, what are your goals together as a team? Have you then, coached each member individually and saying, well, your strengths are in us achieving that this week. These are your strengths. This is where I want you to play in the game this week. Do you need any help from me to do that? We're going to train and work on what I need from you and how I need you to make those passes and have those conversations with client, close those sales. And then you don't wait till the end of the game to see how you went. Coaches don't do that. They have half time where they gather the team again. So get back into your groups if you can't do it physically. How's everyone going so far this week? Where do we need help with? Where are we, where are our weak spots? What are our highs so far? Celebrate them, high five. Okay, well, come on, let's keep going. We can still make it. And then, at the end of the week, you do the reflection thing. How did we go? Where can we improve? And the team members all get to celebrate together, congratulate each other. Make sure every team member, not just the person scoring points, but all the support team that were passing the ball to them, make sure everyone is being celebrated. So many lessons out of that, so inspirational leadership. It's far more depth than management. And when we learn to do that at work, we become better at doing it for ourselves. When we do it for ourselves, we become better at doing it at work. So it's all connected. So inspiring leadership, make that your focus this year. Far beyond management, inspiring leadership. You've got this. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you next month, or actually speaking to you because I can't see you because it's a podcast show. Okay, talk soon. Bye. If you'd like to attend one of my public shows or book me to speak at your next conference, please visit juliecross.com.au.